faced adversity all year long, and it being a young team, there are things that you get from them learning about adversity and the game. What has this team learned, and what do you want them to show during this last homestand?
So first of all, you're asking me a question, you're asking the team. So, I mean, I can tell you what I think they've learned. And I think there's obviously a lot of value in going through what we've gone through. I think each team has to go through some of it. Obviously, playing the game the right way, pitching good, playing good defense, running the bases good, the ability to put together good at-bats 1 through 9, ability to show up each day. I mean, that probably sums it up without going into every small little detail about free 90s and all those things. I mean, again, I think it's a great challenge within the game, and I think, guys, you're right. I mean, I think there's a lot of value in what we have gone through.
How has this team grown from the beginning of the season to today?
I would say that, obviously we turned 7 double plays last Friday night. I think we've gotten better in there. I think we've got some guys that are coming off the bench that are ready to come off the bench now. And I think, there's still more time there for things to happen, to grow. And obviously, from a hitting standpoint, you're never there. You're just not. You're not going to hit all the time. And I think this team's trying to figure out a way to score when maybe the hits aren't falling. I think that's always a challenge. In other words, getting on base, getting them on, getting them over, getting them in. Old cliche there. And I think also, collectively, they've done a good job of just sticking together and being a team.
Maybe your most difficult season for you, coaching and putting lineups together. I mean, just given the odd injuries and then injuries to your pitching staff.
I don't feel that way at all. I really don't. I mean, I think we really enjoy the day-to-day and the process of putting those lineups together and putting the right guys on the field, and trying to get guys to kind of get as good as they can get at playing the game of baseball. And so I don't think at this point you're saying, hey, most difficult by any stretch. You're trying to figure out a way to have a good practice today and get them ready to go, for this weekend.
What's your just kind of assessment of Oklahoma and what they present to you?
So I'll tell you, I think on the mound, I think they're really good. I think their bullpen's deep. Obviously, the 3 starters are running out there. They've kind of jumbled it around as they've gone. But the Friday night guy has pitched, I would say, most of Fridays. The left-handed kid from Sam Houston, and they plugged the Witherspoon kid in probably 3 or 4 weeks ago on Saturday. And I think they're going Girton on Sunday, so there won't be any scout report needed there, which is kind of cool. Offensively, they're doing a lot of things just like they've always done, trying to get on, trying to put some pressure on you, trying to put good at-bats together.
How do you think you guys have done with people pressure-wise running the bases like Oklahoma could do this weekend?
Yeah, I think Baz has handled it really good. I think there was a stretch there where Maxie handled it really good. Probably last weekend was the first time where Maxie didn't handle it good. I guess that was the game on Saturday. If I remember right, they got a few bases on him. And generally when that happens, there's a combination of 2 things. But he probably wasn't as good as he wanted to be that day. But I think those guys they've stopped it some. I think they've absolutely done a good job of throwing and catching.
Austin availability this weekend?
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be.
If for
kind of day-to-day deal.
If for some reason he can't go, were you happy with seeing Gage get a hit in a big situation there against RGV?
Yeah, I thought Gage had three really good at-bats in that game. Absolutely. All these guys are going to go through their struggles, and it's really how they respond to it and how they understand, hey, there's going to be another opportunity. And really, yeah, we were really excited about him getting in there. Obviously, you know, the ability to go get the ball in center field, something you want. And yeah, I don't, again, like, yeah, we don't have any problem plugging him in there.
What's your thoughts on seeing Jamie Hitt and Brendan Gurdon again?
Yeah, I mean, those guys, again, like each guy, I think each scenario and all those things have, there's different backgrounds to each story. But as far as the kids go, I mean, we always, again, got a lot of respect for those kids. Really appreciate when they were here, the way they went about things for the most part. And but again, like they're on the other side of the field, so I got really not much to really think about. It's not like I'll be having big conversations with them or anything.
You mentioned Austin Green being probable for this weekend. Is there any of these other injured guys that has been out for a while that looks like they're about to be back?
For the weekend, I think Owens have got a chance to be on the 30-man. He hadn't had a live at-bat since that deal happened, but I think he's got a chance. I think he got released yesterday, and so he got a chance to get a couple guys back.
What about Jack Washburn?
Seems to be doing fine. Like he threw an inning the other day in Lawrence, and I think he could have gone another one if he needed to.
I know you're worried about this year. We asked you this with Texas as well, but given your relationship with Skip, is a future series with Oklahoma maybe more likely than a Texas, just with you guys being so close?
It feels that way. It feels that way, like we can at least talk about it. You know, any day of the week you can talk about it, which lends itself to maybe getting it on the schedule. Because if you're communicating, you know, and they had something fall through or we had something fall through, you can always put it on the schedule a little easier than if you're not talking to somebody as much. So, and feel like he'd want to play us. So yeah, I absolutely feel like it's a possibility.
Would that be something that you would do in like a Hodgetown again, or would you rather it be like a home and home type?
Hadn't really thought about it. You could probably do it in all three. I mean, honestly, you could probably play midweek there, midweek here, and midweek in Amarillo, even though the Amarillo trip's a little longer for them than it is for us. It's a little bit like a home game for us, and so you might have to find a more common ground, and maybe Frisco or Arlington, something like that.
I know you worry about the next game, but with just 3 more home games out of the final 10, do you feel extra pressure to take care of business at home, knowing that your final 6?
I think there's always, you feel a little bit of pressure to play good. I mean, if you don't feel that way, I guess you don't care. And so, absolutely, you want to do everything you can in your power to play good baseball each day, whether it's here or there. I haven't thought of it the way you just mentioned it. To me, I still go back, a baseball game's a baseball game. Whatever you play out here, if you keep it simple as that, it's just a baseball game. On the road, we've had a little less margin for error, it seemed like. But then again, I'd have to go back and really dive into each game and each inning of each game and see what created that space, right? And so it hadn't been a time to do that right now, but pressure, if you want to call it pressure, yeah, I mean, but I think you feel that every day. I think if you don't respect the game enough to feel a little bit of something, what are we talking about, right? So, I mean, we want to win every day. I mean, if we play here, or San Marcos, or Austin, or Norman, or Stillwater, we want to win. If we line up to play, we want to play good and play good enough to win.
Braden Davis, Oklahoma's Friday night guy. What is kind of your observations of him, scouting reports of his
Yeah, left-handed, fastball, slider, breaking ball, change. I think I've seen him up to 90, 94, but probably gonna pitch 90, 92. It looks like he's got a little ride on the fastball, good command. He's pitched good, he's pitched bad. And so, again, you don't ever know what version you're gonna get of guys. And, it looks like a good arm. Kid that spent 2 years, I think, in Huntsville at Sam Houston, and I'm sure he threw good for them. I don't really know that history. I probably will by later today. So.
Y'all doing senior recognition this week?
We're doing that Saturday, and so keep your fingers crossed. I mean, obviously everybody's looked at the weather. You know, weather's supposed to roll in tomorrow and supposed to roll in Saturday, and so banking on you guys to really make sure it's nice and sunny, like a normal, you know, weather forecast in West Texas, right, where it turns out sunny every afternoon.
I'll let Ron know that.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Give us a good 4, 5, 6 hour window each day.
Were y'all on the field yesterday when
We were.
when the rain started?
No, we were off by then. We sure were. My daughter was bringing horses in when the rain started. She sent me a picture. I thought she was dripping sweat. And I called her later and I go, God, what were you doing? And I thought she was exercising. She got stuck out there. Dripping wet. It's hilarious.
With this being the final series, for the final series at home.
Home series.
Final home series. What has the home advantage that the fans coming meant to you for this year?
Oh, I think it's meant a lot. I tell you, I mean, it's, I think obviously you turn the lights on and you feel the crowd and, or you feel the stands and you get support and you feel that support. I think it absolutely helps you, stay engaged for the guys, maybe in the middle of the game, maybe late in the game, to understand how much people care about the games, that they're here. I think there's a distinct difference between when we play in the middle of the afternoon on a Tuesday compared to a night game on a Tuesday. I think that's pretty much the easiest way to see it. I mean, a night game on a Tuesday, there's probably not a better atmosphere in college baseball. A day game on a Tuesday, you might as well go any ballpark sometimes. Not that they're not there, but it's not, obviously people have to work and people have responsibilities, right? So you don't get the same feeling, or guys don't, as you know, that night game on a Friday night or Saturday, whatever it is. And so our guys know that our fans love college baseball, and obviously they feel that.
Do you feel like you're under any extra pressure for these next two series to perform, to improve where you'll be in the Big 12 tournament, and to keep yourself prepared for?
I mean, pressure seems like a big word today. I mean, it's I tell you, I mean, every time we play, you want to play the game as good as you can play in every phase. And so I think we always have that as far as that goes. What we've gone through to this point, to me, kind of sets you up to play really good moving forward. And so I'd much rather focus on getting ready to play tomorrow than some external thought as far as that goes. The game's hard enough as it is for these guys, and the better you can go pitch to pitch and the better you can go inning to inning, generally the better you are, instead of, hey, being so focused on the result. I mean, there is a catch there. I mean, go stand over a 4-footer when we leave here, you know, and tell yourself you got to make it, you know, and instead of just hitting the putt. So that'd be my example.
Coach, weather permitting, you think you'll stick with the same rotation this weekend?
Weather permitting, I would say we would. I would say even if it rains, we probably would. I mean, could we bounce them around like we did the one time on the doubleheader? Absolutely, you could. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.